Boda bodas are the most popular means of transportation in Uganda. The convenience of beating traffic makes them highly attractive for Kampala's working and non-working citizens, more than any other means of transportation. There are over 1,400 boda boda stages in Kampala and over 40,000 boda boda riders in Kampala city alone. As the boda boda transportation business becomes increasingly popular, the associated risks are also on an increase. According to the traffic police records, in 2019, deaths of motorcyclists soared to 1,064 compared to 878 in 2018. 1 out of 6 people has had an household or family member who had encountered a motorcycle accident. Boda boda accidents are the leading cause of injuries in Uganda.
My name is Balimwezi Ronald Nsubuga, and I'm the mayor of Nakawa Division, a division that has over 450,000 people. We are one of the communities that have been affected by boda bodas. Research has not yet been carried out on the number of boda bodas that we have in the division, but there are quite many, and many are coming on board. I am personally a victim of a motorbike accident. In 2000, I got an accident, a terrible accident, that left me amputated. Currently, I possess one leg due to an accident, boda boda accident. This was as a result of poor infrastructure, particularly poor road infrastructure. This accident was on Ginger Road at the junction of Lugogo Bypass, Ginger Road. A certain lady was trying to dodge a pothole. She hit me, I went up in the air, coming down, my leg was off. I almost died because of trauma.
The review report shows that road crash fatalities rose from 2,597 to 3,503 in 2016, representing a growth of 25.9%, warning that road accidents may double within the next 10 years.
Some of them actually don't know even their basics. Not because they don't want to know, because they haven't been taught. They haven't been informed that, for example, a few years ago, I was interacting with some boda bodas, and they actually didn't know that they need a permit, like a vehicle that need vehicle drivers and permits. They thought they were riding bicycles. Because bicycles, they don't need permits. So you need to start from there and inform them of all these things. What specific measures, for example, are? What specific safety measures are required for boda boda riders, which vehicles may not need? You can't sit and drive a vehicle with a helmet. That is something specifically unique to a boda boda rider. I need to make them aware why they need this helmet. Because in a crash with the head, you will most likely not survive. Whereas if you break a leg, you can survive, break an arm, you can survive. But any crash with the head, you will not survive. Dr. Kasim saying that the heads have no spare parts. You can't get an artificial head, the way you can get an artificial leg. The head, once it is crushed, full stop. Your brain is dead, you're dead.
Boda bodas are a major cause of traumatic injuries among cases seen in the surgical emergency department at Mulago, and the costs incurred by the hospital are enormous. For 62.5% of the total budget of Mulago Hospital Directorate of Surgery.
On average, we receive 10 to 15 patients every day, trauma cases. And I would say 80 to 90% of these are border cases. It's quite some time now, maybe a year or two, that the border trauma cases have changed to more of assault cases, whereby the border riders are taken on by would-be passengers who in turn assault them with most likely metallic objects from what we see on the investigations done. And it is said that their motorbikes are stolen. Most of them come in very critical condition. We lose quite a number, but not only that, those that survive really remain in poor shape.
Traffic police reports reveal that the institution records more than 300 serious accidents on a monthly basis. The police records also indicate that 500 of those cases are categorized as minor, but a staggering number of over 100 cases are fatal in occurrence. All of these result from reckless riders Recent police statistics point out that of the 24,352 motorcycles, passengers and pedestrians who were severely injured in such accidents over the last 3 years, an astronomical majority, 16,000 victims occurred in the capital city, Kampala.
I think most people know our road safety situation in Uganda is not good. And it is not the only problem of Uganda, it is a problem of developing countries. Because according to statistics available, it's like in the developed countries, annually, out of 100,000 people, 26 people die. Out of 100,000 vehicles, 26 people die. But in the developing countries, the average in developed countries is 8. But in the developing countries, it is 26 for every 100,000 vehicles. So you can see where we would wish to head, that if we had the resources, if we put in more effort, we would like to catch up with those ones who are using 8 persons per every 100,000 vehicles, and not stay where we are using an average of 26 persons per 100,000 vehicles. And when we are looking at this situation, sometimes we don't want to look at it like statistics. This thing has a terrible impact on the economy, on society. Most people who die on the roads, they are the very active people. They are most active in the community. People who run the economy. And then, of course, the other big categories, young people, children, youth. And when someone dies, like in accident cases without notice, it really has a terrible impact on the community, has a terrible impact on the family, and in most cases, it takes away the breadwinner, and of course, you will find the family is losing out on education.
In 2012, we had the 571 riders killed. Only with these, I'm not talking of passengers. Maybe I should mention them concurrently. 571 riders killed in 2012, 268 passengers killed on motorcycles. I'm talking of borders now. In 2013, riders killed 641, passengers killed 256. There was a slight drop there for passengers killed on these motorcycles. In 2014, there was a slight drop on the riders. 621 riders were killed, and 274 passengers were killed on these motorcycles. In 2015, 731 riders were killed, and 344 passengers were also killed during that year. In 2016, 791 riders were killed, and 379 passengers were killed on motorcycles. In 2017, 918 riders were killed, and 364 passengers were killed. I'm yet to get the official statistics from 2018. But when you look at the trend here, you understand what we are talking about.
The border transport has eased movement across the city and the country, and also has provided significant employment, and to the bike sellers is a lucrative business. However, we see a significant increase in accidents associated with the borders, and this has put a strain on health and limited health resources. It's on this account that the work of Trust for Widows and Orphans comes in handy to take care, to look at that person who remains after the accident, the widow and the orphan.
So it's really a collective problem, and collective problems need collective solutions. That's why, as Trust for Widows and Orphans, we are appealing to everybody, to all stakeholders, international and local, to partner with us, because we believe in a society that prioritizes public safety. But we also believe in a society that cannot keep quiet, cannot keep silent to the cries of the widows and the orphans. We therefore appeal to each and everyone that can come up to partner with us to please do so we can face this challenge and try to find a solution to it.